up? What is up? What is up? Welcome to Chatted Up with MissNoRearView. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties a few moments ago. So I ended that live. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. So I ended it. I restarted it. Just a little background again. I am here tonight with Poppi Blood, a young man from Tucson, Arizona, and I'm going to let you know a little bit, let him let you know about who he is. Also bringing on a young man by the name of Jah'Lil. Jah'Lil is a underground rapper, an artist from South Philly. So we're going to be discussing their new EP release, Prison Kontraband, that came out this week. So without further ado, I have both of the gentlemen on the line. I was going to do it kind of separate, but I'm just going to bring everybody together. Poppi, can you hear me?
What's good with you?
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just cooling.
You cooling?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Thank you for taking your time to sit down with me tonight. I really do appreciate you. I understand who you are, and I just want you to let everybody know, like, who are you and where you're from.
All right. Well, my name is Poppy. It's really originally spelled Papi. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I was born and raised in Western Hills. Uh, we had a single mother. Dad smoked dope in and out of prison. So I was raised by the women in my family. And then I had the males that were raised by the women in my family grooming me, and they were in the streets. So naturally, shit just plays its course, and it becomes that cycle, and we all fall into the trap.
Right.
So my mom, she did her best. Like I was loved. I'm not even gonna say that I was a motherfucker lacking any type of love or consistency as far as having a parent or having a role model. It's just a matter of what I took heed to, because what I saw when I was younger and then the message I got once people changed their lives didn't gel with what I was on by then.
Right.
And that's at a young age. I saw shit young than a motherfucker. So it's a lot of shit that I won't even say on camera just out of respect for family,
Of course.
because we were all in our dark places. Well, they were in their dark places back then. I was just coming up in that era.
Right.
I'm a real 90s baby. I was born in 1992.
Right.
From the hospital, went to my grandma's house on the block.
And you said from Western Hills, right? What was it like growing
Yeah.
up in Western Hills?
Shit, as a child,
Yeah.
it was lovely. Like there was like I saw loyalty. That's what I saw as a child. I saw loyalty. I saw commitment, camaraderie. So those are the things that gravitated. And of course, I saw the bullshit, guns, dope, money. So I was the boy. I was the baby boy. So
Right.
like I had sisters and shit, and they never saw the shit that I saw.
Right.
Like I was exposed in a different light. Like I always looked at myself as like I'm a I'm not even gonna say a self-proclaimed prince or nobody, but I'm a general. Like I love to lead.
Okay. You're a leader. You never found yourself to be a follower or just out there.
Yeah, I was a follower. I played little homie to motherfuckers and not really knowing their intentions. Motherfuckers will sit there and trade war stories
Right.
uh around the youth, but in all actuality, they have no validation for most of the shit that they're saying.
Right.
It's just gossip built on gossip. Eventually creates the truth. You
Right.
could say, the a perception of the truth. This is what
Gotcha.
the people say. This is what they said it is. Oh, this happened.
Right. So, as a child, running around with Western Hills, what schools did you go to? Did you go to the Boys and Girls Club a lot?
I went to Pueblo Gardens. I went to Pueblo Gardens for, I want to say, 1 or 2 years. We stayed
Right.
right there on McPhee coming off of Plummer.
Right.
So we stayed right there. Actually, the homie Jason ass used to stay right there with his mom and his sisters on the corner house. You know,
Okay.
like I go back to like pulling up on big wheels in the front yard and shit. Like I was the one with the snotty nose and bare feet. You know, like everybody knows. Oh,
Messy
that's
ass
little
hair,
Pop.
right?
Yeah, that's Missy's son. That's little Poppy.
Um, so you had a really good childhood. You were loved, raised by the women of your family. At what point did you realize, like, yo, I'm gonna be in a gang, or this is the lane that I want to take?
Um, Tradition, tribalism, and tradition.
Right.
Because it's hereditary. It's not something that I just that just came to my mind one day. It was something that was in my atmosphere. It
Was it
was
a
something that,
choice?
yeah, of course it was a choice.
Okay.
Like we all make choices, whether I'm getting influenced or anything, because I was impressionable, of course, I was a child.
Yeah.
Like, like I really got out there once I was like 15 and that's when motherfuckers started to pull guns on me like, nah, we're not finna fight y'all little motherfuckers out here. What are
Right.
you doing?
So
Get your
would you
ass
say
inside
that's
of
where the change happened, like in your teens, like 14, 15?
Yeah, well, like the change in my mind came when my cousin got murdered. My cousin in 2007. He got murdered
Rest,
on St. Patrick's Day.
rest in peace.
Yeah, for sure. Rest in peace, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
So I actually my mom, she took me to the crime scene. All my family was out there, so I saw him out there, and that was always like in my head, like like I won't never let that happen to no one.
Right.
Like some shit be outside of our control, but I always felt like if I was present, which is why I didn't go home. I was the one that mom's always like, "Are you all right?" This and that. I'm like, "Man, I'm out here. I'll be back when I'm back." You know,
Right.
you probably won't be home. I'm gonna change my clothes, shower, and I'm out of here. I'm gonna go load my gun up and I'm going. So
Um,
that
go
go ahead,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like living like that. Uh, I was in high school. I had a fucked up mind state. I started fighting a lot in high school,
Right.
and I told my mom I was like, I want to try to do something different and work, do 2 years of work because my mom was a school teacher at this time, and I was like, I want to
Okay.
graduate with my sister. So we started going to the alternative school that my mom was teaching at, and about 3 weeks into school, I get hit by a car and ran over by a SUV.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had lost my ability to walk for a little minute, and that kind of just like dashed my ambition because I finally wanted to play football,
Right.
and I was already around the homies, my relatives, and so I was just like, shit. Ain't shit else to do. Having a homie, Flame, rest in peace, puts me around in a wheelchair. We just trying to find shit to get into, and that's really how it started.
Okay. So will you say that seeing your family member pass away and then you being hit and losing their ability to walk, did that make you angry? How did it make you feel? Like, were you aware of your feelings back then?
Yeah, I was aware of my feelings. I just had a uncontrolled rage.
Okay.
Like
I hear.
I didn't care. Outside of family, like I don't. It is what it is.
I feel you. But that's dope that your mom was a school teacher, so she tried. She tried her hardest, just like me. Same
Yeah, yeah.
same
She went
exact
to
reason.
college.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, no,
Yeah,
no. I
this
was gonna say, yeah, she went to college and everything. Like everybody got their shit together.
that's dope. Now, because I want to talk about the music. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get this out of the way because you already said where you're from, who you are. Um, that's where you've been. As much as you can tell me about your current situation. If you could tell me how'd you get there? I mean, whatever you're willing to tell me. I know, you're not here to tell your story, but it is your testimony. So, is there any part of you being incarcerated that you want to share with me and with our audience?
All right. Well, the I won't talk about the indictment, but what I signed the plea for, because I was under the impression that I would get a certain number by my lawyers, I got railroaded. So they were telling me I'm gonna do this much, but this much is really on the table. But this is just to make it look good.
Right,
So I get into these situations, I get charged, indicted, and this at this time I'm 19 because there's still a big gap in the story because I got locked up when I was a minor. We got locked up for a shooting when we were younger.
okay.
Yeah, and we ended up doing 3.5 for that. But when I got out, like I had a hard time in prison the first time.
Mm,
Like, everybody wants to try to cause division and everything amongst you and your partners when you get locked up, and instead of the homie coming to talk to you, they're gonna run with what they're hearing and begin to speak on you and to try to smut you just because they think you're doing it,
right,
not even because it holds any truth value. But
right,
what I understood that my partners didn't when I was young was that the shit you're saying can get a motherfucker knocked off,
right,
which is cool. Like, I'm the loyalist. I'm the one that's always there. You like a motherfucker calls me,
right,
you know? So I'm just like I'm playing my part. So I don't get why all this shit is going on because I didn't have to do anything in the first place.
right,
I was committed. So, anyways, I do that. I go through fade after fade in prison because the dude that got hit, and this is a grown ass man. He tries to flex like he has a burner. We
wow,
15, 16, he 27, 28. So we're like, nah, nah. So
yeah,
that happened, locked up, get out, fucked up mind state. And I just continue on the path of destruction, you could say self destruction. I isolated myself from my family. So when I'm locked up, I'm getting indictment after indictment, and my mom is like, "Man, this shit, I don't
wow,
get it. Like, what is happening?" And I'm just like, "Man, I gotta rock with whatever comes.
wow,
I'm in the situation." So I was supposed to sign a plea for 30 years. This is what I'm thinking. This is what my lawyers tell me. I had two attorneys, and so I signed the plea. When I go to sentencing, they tell me the first sentence, which is a 25-year sentence for a murder, and
wow,
they say consecutive. So once they say consecutive, I just like kind of put my blinders on and looked at my family, because I knew what time it was.
right,
I quit paying attention to the judge at that point.
right.
So he stacked. I had a robbery. He stacked the 21, and then he stacked aggravated assault, which got lowered from attempted murder. He stacked that with another 15.
And how old were
So
you?
I had just turned 20. Yeah, I had just turned 20.
So it ended up totaling out to how many
61.
years?
61 years.
Man. And
Yeah.
I know you said you just like tunnel vision on your family. What could your thoughts have been at that time? I mean, I don't mean to take you there, but let's go there. What was the first thing, that was on your mind and your heart?
When I got the sentence,
Yeah,
it was like everything I do from this point is gonna be like on some. I'm on some win or die shit. Like this is it. This is the last of the last of the last. This is the hmm, how can you say it? The final battle, you know?
Yeah,
Like this is it. This is the conclusion. Like
the final
I have to get the
destination.
story. Yes. So,
Okay, so here we are, the 61 years. How you doing?
hmm.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm great. Mentally and
Okay.
spiritually and physically. Physically, I'm working on it, but I'm well.
How long have you been away?
How long have I been away?
Yeah.
Mm. Altogether, coming up on 14 years.
Okay.
I got locked up when I was 16, did three, and I was only out for 3.5 months when I got released. Like I was still on parole and everything.
So just you've lived more of your life incarcerated than you've been out in the world.
2 years shy, actually.
God bless you. All
Yeah,
right.
you
So
know, I
I'm a big fan of, like, my thing is, if you knew better, you would do better. A young lady made a comment. Her name is Adalia. Adalia. She said it was traumatic even for us all. The judge said that he was raised by savages. Do you feel like that?
no.
Do you remember the judge said that?
Yeah, I actually had told him, I was like, you're sitting here saying all this extra shit because he told me I was a cold and calculating monster, that I was heartless and vicious and all this. So I'm just taking this shit in by like, I'm having trouble speaking my real mind because I want to really talk shit.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, this is just me being 100. This is me being Poppy. I didn't want to apologize for anything, honestly.
Right.
Because how can you apologize for these things if I'm supposed to be assuming myself innocent? You know, I'm signing this under the guise that I'm gonna get this because you guys are scaring me, talking about you're gonna
Right.
give me the death penalty. You feel me? When it was never even on the table.
Yes, sir. I didn't know that that's your mom. She's watching right now.
Yeah.
I'll just like to tell her. He explained to us in the audience that you were a school teacher. You went to college. He said you loved him so much. So I appreciate you and I thank you for being here. Um, I'm just out here collecting testimony. So I don't mean to bring up any trauma to you or, to make you hear it again. I just want for your son's story to be out there, so that maybe he can help another young man in his situation. So thank you very much for allowing me to interview your son today and for you being here. Um, so when did you heal, like be able to start walking again? So were you still um you know handicapped or disabled, or were you already back to it physically well?
Nah, like I was rebellious as hell. So it took me like a couple of weeks in the wheelchair. Like, man, I'm finna stand up. Like, you
Okay.
know, I had some little corduroy house shoes. Like, this is how like I really like was on some super little homie shit when I was a kid. You know, like I want to wear everything I see the big homies wear. You know,
Right.
so I got my corduroy house shoes, and it's taking me an hour to slide from the car to the front door. But I'm like, I don't need no help. I'm cool. Once I'm trying to sit down or so, you can help me. But outside of that, man, I don't need shit. Like I don't want the wheelchair. We can keep the wheelchair here. I don't need it. We have this gun. You know?
Yeah. So you're super strong willed, right?
Yes. I was.
I just try
Yes.
to build your character. You know what I'm saying? To be in your situation. I mean, I guess any one of us, like my son, could be in the same situation. I just happen to have a son that passed away from cancer. You know, it's still
Yeah.
a
I'm sorry.
loss. It's still grief. And like from your side, losing your family too, you lost everything. You lost your family too. Um, it just had to have hurt. So if you knew better, you would do better. would you say, would you apologize now? Would you change anything now? Would you have still done what you did if you knew it would have came to
No,
all of this?
I mean, I respect the process of life. So, coming to the understanding of what happened, it's just something I have to wear, you know?
Hmm.
Like, people might say like, "Oh, that's kind of fucked up to say," but I already put it somewhere, so I would never expect that lady to forgive me because she said that, you know.
Yes, sir.
So I
Um,
wouldn't expect these people to forgive me. Maybe just find understanding because I found understanding and peace with my situation, and I hope that they find the same peace. That I will say, but that's
yeah,
something that, yeah, that's something that has to be wanted. You have to want that though.
right.
I
It's
could
a heavy
wallow in.
heart. That's one thing that I've learned. Like dealing with my own traumatic life, being from the tuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I find that a lot of us have the same experiences. We're more than not, we're products of our society. And it's not just you. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
was interviewing a Crip the other week, Tion Joseph, a real good friend of mine, and he's just out there. So it doesn't matter where you're from or what hood, or you from the west side, the south side. It doesn't matter. Like, we were all with the shits at one point.
Yeah.
So what do you do day to day? Like you said, you've come one with yourself. You've already made peace with what you've done.
Yeah.
What do you do in your everyday routine that builds that? Do you mentor any younger guys? Do you work? What do you do day to day to keep you going?
I mean, like at this point, I kind of seclude myself and I just do me. Like I don't really leave my cell outside of a shower. You know,
Right,
I'm gonna go shower and come back in here for the simple fact that I know what is in prison already because I've been walking through the system. I've been through yard after yard. You know.
right,
And I'm personally tired of going to the hole and dealing with state transfers and not. I haven't seen my mother in half a decade,
right.
so that's something I have to keep in mind too. You know, but my daily routine just consists of deep thought.
Right.
Like I could do little shit throughout the day, read, send emails, holla at a few people. I don't really even be on the phone like this because this ain't really even me. I'm an artist, so I want to put myself out there and I want to let myself be known and I want people to know that I exist and that I have a story.
Yes, you do. Um, that's my point. You know what I'm saying? I'm so thankful that you said that, because you do have a story and it needs to be told. And if you're telling and I know you're gonna grow more as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're only 30, so I know you're gonna grow. And right now, in 10 years, your mind is not even gonna be where your mind is. And if you continue to create, your music is gonna change as well. That's what's so unique about you. But do you tell your story through your music?
Yes, I tell the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay. And what made you? I mean, I know it's unique. You see a lot of people posting videos, from prison, wilding out, right? But I just see you in there making music. You're not going live and doing those. Everything you do is about music. You have a purpose. Would you say
Yeah.
that's one of your purposes, to share your art with the world?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm a vocal artist. I'm not a visual artist. I could be both. I've done two videos. One with Jah'Lil. We shot the proof. I think that was the first track we did together. And
Okay.
then I shot one with some cats from 520 Records. I did a feature for them. And they both did good though. But
Okay.
it came at a cost because I got hit. They came, they're like, hey, this is you on that video, right? I'm like, hell nah. They're like, you sure? I'm like, man, I'm positive that ain't me for sure. They was like, what about that tattoo that says HIP and then the other one that says YW? I was like, man, listen to me. I have an evil twin that's in prison doing life too. I just made light of the situation because
Right,
you
right,
had me. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a joke out of it, but I'm not gonna tell you what like that ain't me for sure. So
right.
it is just
That was
denial.
that. I ain't even gonna talk about how I felt like in my heart because I've been to prison too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, for
poor
sure.
choices. But I was like thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about myself, and I'm like, damn. Well, you're not gonna. It ain't me. It's you that's risking. So that's why I was like, just cover up your face, and we don't have to see who you really are. Like, I was really worried about that. But I don't take it lightly. That I'm interviewing somebody that you know is in prison for life for taking a life. You know, um, have you found God or more of a sense of a religion or a creator, spirituality? What has helped you
Uh,
come to terms with, the things that happen?
the the fact that I know we are our own creators, you know, whether it be good or bad, what we manifest is what we think and what we give power to, what draws emotion from us. All this shit is the shit that we're pulling in.
Right,
So I have my bad thoughts, of course, and of course, yeah, I live in a hostile environment, so that always there. Like I'm always on 100. It's not. It's like the Incredible Hulk. I'm
right,
always in.
right,
But I rein it in because I understand where I'm at. I understand that people look to me for guidance, and I don't turn away the youngins when they come and ask for assistance mentally, or they getting ready to run a fade or something. I'm like, hey, bro, if y'all can't talk about it, first try that. I'm not gonna try to douse the fire in you either, though, because I don't want you to be a docile black man.
right.
So it's some shit that I feel needs to take its course just because it's human nature. We get mad and
Understood.
frustrated, and if we can't speak, we turn to violence. Sadly,
Of course, it's just all like again, you're a product of your environment. Once again, you have to be like that. It's kill or be killed in there. Definitely.
yes, is
Um,
that it?
Go ahead.
No, no, I was just gonna say it's predator prey.
Mm, gotcha.
Like you have the dudes, and then you have the ones that's not the dudes.
Right. How have
So
you how have you been able to manage though? Are you are you a predator? You're definitely not prey, right?
nah,
Or
I'm
can you be
I'm the
neutral?
cool one.
I'm just
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
get
no,
in
no.
there.
Like
Can you be
I'm the
neutral?
cool one, but with I don't do arguing. Like I don't. That
Right,
shit is pointless to me. So if I called out and someone be like, "Hey, I need that," I'm gonna be like, "For sure, pull up." Or if someone insults me and says something I don't like, I'm gonna pull up and be like, "Hey, bro, I need that." Or if you're acting in an aggressive manner, and I'm caught up in the moment, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna hit you in your mouth in front of everybody, and I'm a walk.
right.
Like I'm 250. I can throw my weight around well.
So I don't want to, let's don't talk about all that. That's not the energy that I want. The energy I want to have with you is what do you have to say to someone else, to a other young kid from Western Hills, not even Western Hills, from anywhere? Like, what?
Shit, just from everywhere, from ghettos everywhere. I just want to say, look at look at look at what happened when I still had a choice. I still made conscious decisions to do certain things that got me where it led me, and
Right,
I can tell you right now that the homies and shit that you think is the homies ain't really gonna be the homies once you hit these yards and you have to do decades upon decades.
understood.
You're gonna have those loyal few. I haven't talked to a majority of my homies in about 3 years, and that's because I said I'm ashamed.
Wow. Wow.
So I focus more on breaking the cycle, but I understand that we're warriors too. Like I say, I don't like to deal with docile black men. I don't like men to wear those feminine qualities on their sleeve, especially in here, because of you're always gonna have that motherfucker looking at, especially if you fuck with someone that's like super cool and laid back and just player with it. Like you're gonna have the motherfuckers that try to eat on him if you don't have no one backing him because he's a neutral.
Understood.
So I
So,
take that into account
so listen up. We've been on the phone for a minute, for 30 minutes, and Jah'Lil has been patiently waiting for us.
for
Um,
sure.
I just want to tell you, like, between me and you, I have you between just you and I, that I'm gonna pray for you every day,
For sure. I
and
appreciate
that your light through your music and everything that you do is gonna shine so bright, especially as you grow and you develop.
it.
And
Yes.
no matter what you did, like I believe there's the haves and the have-nots, and I'll align myself with you, the have-nots,
Yeah.
and
For sure.
and I'll always support you whatever you do. Just know that.
Yeah, I
So
appreciate
that's
it, big.
why I'm gonna jump out of my lane, and I'm gonna support you guys. As far as this prison contraband, I love the idea. I love the fact of where you are creating music. I grew up in the '90s. I was a teenager in the '90s, so like X-rated was my shit. Admired
Yeah.
him so I don't know why if I necessarily admired him, but like I just love the fact that he was in prison still spreading his message. And
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
noteworthy. Like we could really relate to the things that he said. And I started listening to your music. I'm not a fan, but I started listening to your music and I vibe with you. You know what I'm saying? I hear the message. Um, a 17-year-old son listens to you now. So I'm gonna bring Jah'Lil on it. We're gonna change the pace of this and we're gonna talk about y'all's heart.
All right, for sure.
Um, Jah'Lil.
What's the deal with it?
Good, man.
How are you? We were
Uh,
we were just we were just touching up, talking about Tucson stuff, you know.
I know I heard the whole drum. I heard it. I heard it.
Thank you so much for being patient. Um, so Poppy, now that everybody knows you're here, if you could just let us know what have you been working on, when you started doing music, um, how did you find Jah'Lil, and why did you guys start clicking and creating together? I'm gonna just let you men have that.
Shit, I've been rapping for a minute. Like I was rapping when I was out, but it wasn't serious. You know, I was doing what I was doing. So that was just some shit to kill time and vent real quick because I've always found it has its meditative qualities no matter what I'm talking about. Um, shit. When I clicked up with Jah'Lil, it's about shit, damn near 4 years ago, man. I had just made my Instagram page and he had popped up as a someone you might know. So I seen that he was rapping, so I went and listened to a song of his, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just jump out there and see what's up." Like, hey man, you do features, bro? And what's the ticket? So he's like, "Yeah, I do features." He was like, "The ticket." He told me the ticket, so I'm like, "All right, bet. I'm gonna get 2 features from you, bro." And from there, that's how it started. He hit me up one day and was like, "Hey, my nigga, you trying to do a video?" And I was like, "What? For sure, I'm on it." And that's how we made that connection.
Well, I see you over there cheesing, Jah'Lil. What are
Come
your thoughts
on,
on that? How
Kool-Aid
it happened?
smile from left to right. I like hearing shit like this about myself, you know what I mean? Maybe make a nigga feel good a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So, what
Yeah,
did
my
you think
fault.
about the interaction and then his situation of where he's at? How did you feel about all that, Jah'Lil?
Put him in the house. All right, my bad. I had to do something. All right, what was the
It's all
question
right.
again? My fault.
It's all right. We understand daddy duties.
My stomach hurts.
My bad. Say that one more time.
I was saying, how did you feel when he hit you up asking you for features? Because I cut up a little clip before of how you felt, but and then
Uh huh.
his situation, like, how did you feel about it when he approached you
Oh,
and said,
like, all right. So, like, I was on my way to work. You know what I mean? I was on my way to work, regular day. You know what I mean? And then I scrolled through my little messages on my Instagram, and then I got a message from him. And then at first, I wasn't too sure if this person was real or not, because they didn't have no profile picture. The profile was fairly new. So when
right?
I tapped into the message, I was like, damn, like this joint seemed like a scammer again, trying to just, blackball somebody. So I was like, you know what? Let me just message this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I hollered at him back and he responded. So I was like, oh, this is a real conversation we about to get into. And then you know, because I've had this conversation before, but usually when I throw somebody my price at first for the features, that conversation go from the conversation and then nothing. Oh, he charging. I don't want to work no more. So when I told bro how much I'm doing the feature for, when I noticed the conversation kept going, I was like, damn, like this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't believe it.
Right.
Like a nigga woke up on a day going to a 9 to 5 and I'm about to lock in my first feature. Like I'm not putting no money out. Money's coming towards me. Like this is something like I'm asking for like for a long time and it wasn't happening. So when bro was like, I can do it for you. And then I was like, all right. And then he said, yeah, bro, I'm like, I'm locked up. And I said, wait a minute, pause, locked up. It took me a second because I was like, nah, like this can't be real. Like I'm not gonna take no money. To me, my gangster, my character, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna take no money from somebody that needed more than I do. You know what I mean? But he was so aggressive on working for me, like working with me. And I was just like, damn, he really wanna work. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I accept the job. And then when he shot me some of his music and he shot me the beat selection, I was like, yo, like this is like the same type selection like I'm on. Whatever
Right.
he talk about, we can mix the ism together like nothing. So when we made the proof, it was like it was solid. It was easy, you know what I mean? That we made dangerous. So that those two tracks, it was easy business. And after that, it wasn't even really business after that. It was just more relationship. You know what I
And
mean? Like it was just like what's the business, this relation from here.
Jalil, I didn't and I apologize. I don't think that I introduced you correctly, you know.
Oh
My
no, you good.
apologies. I'll just like to go with the flow, but tell everybody where you're from, like what do you do? Where are you from and where you at? I think that's real interesting to me. Um what are you doing where you're at? So let's answer that one first.
Well, first and foremost, everybody should know by now to this point. I'm born out of South Philly, raised out of South Philly. You know what I mean? I came to Phoenix, Arizona 2008, 2007, 2008. So I'm like 13, 14. Half my life I've been in Arizona, Phoenix. So, this is my home. You know what I mean? This is my second home, but I'm born and raised out of South Philadelphia. Like my roots is over there. My family is over there. I got a portion over here, but I'm growing my empire over here. You know what I mean? I started from nothing. You know what I mean? So everything that you see right now is just what I've created. You know what I mean? What's
Yeah,
what's been gravitated towards me, and everything that's pretty much put in my path. I just see as a big ass opportunity to grow. You know what I mean?
got you. Got you.
And then like what I pretty much do, you know what I mean? Besides rap, you know what I mean? I stay focused with welding. You know what I mean? I weld. You know what I mean? I do a little trading here or there with welds.
Right.
I'm a father. I'm a full-time father, husband. I do the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? But
Amen.
I just do this music to just to upgrade my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Just to say what my story is. You know, everybody got a story, but
Yeah.
my story is definitely ambitious. My story is definitely different from a lot of people. You see bro's situation right here, he definitely got a story, but my story is definitely different when it comes to this roller coaster ride because I've definitely had ups and downs. And
Right.
those downs when I was down, like it's a lot I can say, a lot I went through. You know what I
You
mean?
know,
But this is
you
my
know what
bad.
I
This is the
feel, and
point of my life. Go ahead.
not to interrupt you, little, just so I can get a thought across. Um, that's what makes your guys' music so unique to me, because when
Hmm.
where in the world do you get a young kid from South Philly, or a young man? I'm sorry, not a kid. Neither one of y'all a kid. A young man from South
Uh-huh.
Philly hooking up with an artist from Western Hills, Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, and y'all meshing so well. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think that's
Yeah.
brilliant. That was a match made in heaven, if you ask
Yeah,
me.
like I seen it that way. I seen it that way. It's all in the sound. And like me, like I grew up with music in my ears all the time. Like I grew up,
Right.
my first favorite artist was Lil Bow Wow. I had a Lil Bow Wow album. I'm listening to Lil Bow Wow CD with the big ear muffs. So my mom and my older sister can see me listen to his CD rocking to the beat. So that's giving you right there. Like I got rhythm in me already. So I know music. So when I
Mm,
heard bro rapping, I'm like, yo, we can definitely put something together easy. You know what I mean? He got the West Coast real embedded in him, and me, I got the real East to West style, so it's easy to put together. You know what I'm saying?
that's dope.
And he not talking about like, oh, I'm pulling up in Mercedes Benzes and we hitting the clubs and throwing out hundreds. Nah, this nigga telling you gully stories what he really doing. That's the
Yeah.
type shit I fuck with for real. I'm trying to hear that
Yes.
type shit. That's the type shit I love for
Can
real
I
for
play
real.
one right now?
Go
Poppy, do you have
ahead.
anything you want to add?
What's up?
Poppy,
Yeah,
you want to bounce off that what he said real quick? Because I want to play Saved Us,
yeah.
if y'all will let
So
me.
yeah. So Save Us is basically like it's put out there because there's a lot of people in them streets that can't tell them stories that's really out there on some warrior shit,
Right.
giving it they all. And you have those that are just painting that picture and trying to play the part. And once the smoke clears, that's when they emerge again like roaches.
Right.
So it's kind of like shedding a little bit of light on that. Like, come on, man, you was over there distraught about some shit while motherfuckers is over here tripping.
Right.
Like it's just it's being 100. Like I'm telling the story, even like in the second verse, I start talking about or the hook where I'm talking about I don't pray like on some real shit. I haven't prayed in weeks because I can't center myself. Like I recently developed claustrophobia, I guess, like to an extreme. So I've actually been working on that, which is why I do
Wow.
most of my thinking.
Wow.
That's why I haven't really been like on my reading and shit. I've been more on like my heavy thinking because this is something that I have to grasp in this situation or that shit will tear you apart.
Yeah,
Mm,
definitely. And do you
mm,
write
mm.
a lot when that happens too? Do you just think, or
Yeah,
do you put it out on paper too?
no. I don't. I never really write my feelings just because of my surroundings because
Right.
they could easily one day read this shit and be like, "Hey, man, you're going to the hole.
You got to keep it
You're
all
out
up
of here.
there.
We're gonna lock you down for 4 or 5 years because you're already a maximum custody. We're just letting you wiggle through this yard right now because you're kicking it."
Fact. Let me go ahead and play Save This. And Jalil, you're on this one as well.
Yes, ma'am. I spit like 8 bars towards the end of it.
Yep.
And how do you feel about this song? What was it? What did it mean to you? Did Poppy tell you what it was about, and then you just wrote around that, or what?
Well, originally it was his single. You know what I mean? There's an original version of Poppy just spitting all to the beat, but when we made the EP, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be like 7 songs, but one of the partners that's supposed to be on the tape, it was just so time consuming. We couldn't keep waiting on people, on business. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I just had to figure something out. So I was like, yo, like if this is EP, I gotta make more of a appearance on it. You know, I didn't have many. I didn't have I wasn't on it like that. So
Right.
when I heard the song and I heard how it was, the second part of bro verse was a little bit quiet. So when I heard the beat and I was like, yo, like this joint actually slap. Let me go ahead and toss like a couple bars on this motherfucker. So when he had the beat by itself, it was game over. And I heard his verse and what he was talking about and the title, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and think. Let me go ahead and smoke what I gotta do. Go ahead and think about what I can say in this verse because I gotta make it, I gotta make it a little bit match what bro's talking about. So I was like, okay,
Right.
what did I go through back in the day that nobody was nobody was like could help a nigga out back in the day. So I figured out what I can say. And literally like the first 4 bars is a real event. You know what I mean? What I said, I
Right.
said she was still shocked when she found out who robbed the neighbors. I get the location, then I'm hopping off the video game. I told you not to trust a stupid bitch. I'm talking about what's her name? Like that's a real shit. You know what I'm saying? So I put
Let's
it
hear it.
together.
I'm
You know what
gonna
I mean? I
play it.
put it
Let's hear
together.
it.
So it was like that. It was good.
Here we go.
This joint right here is just this is definitely a top one.
I had mixed it on the cell phone.
Yeah, so we gave it to him gully, you know what I'm saying? He ain't record on no $100 mic. This is straight from what he got. Even if it's someone save it, couple of parties while the young niggas crazy. Fed up and I never had to change up. Can't pray, but our whole God saves us. Stressed out, looking what the hood made us. When I glimpse at the violence behind us, we ain't never had to sleep with the sailors. On the beside of my pillow looking dangerous. Where I stand in the same time I shot you in. I just went up on the top for the murder can. Oh, I'm a general. You should call me I-Ben. You should call me I-Ben. Never complain, but you ain't sliding for the calls on some real shit. No pain, it ain't nothing to a field trip. You never found your bro down bleeding out and shit. You ever put duct tapes on your K clips? That's your bro, empty clips for your nigga, man. When he died, you just cried for your nigga, man. I was taking field trips, sliding for my nigga fam, probably go to hell. It is what it is. Hey, deep, maybe someone to save us. Hella bodies while the young niggas praise us. I sped up and I never ever changed up. Can't pray, but I hope God saves us. Young nigga, he been down for a minute. At one point in time, he was down first niggas. What he got to show us around first niggas. Real shit, I was lost with no hope too. Needed when pops was never around through. Couldn't pray for years. I didn't know how to. I was wishing that someone would save us. Still living wrong, my environment is dangerous.
Back then, nobody could try to save us. She was shell shocked when she found out who robbed the neighbors. I get your location, then I'm hopping off the video game. I told you not to trust a stupid bitch. I'm talking about what's her name. Me and Poppi Blood forever on the double up. We passed death without this music. You know I got you, brother. Illegal business, so we call it prison contraband. We built this shit from ground up. Blueprints and a lot of planning.
A lot of planning. We built this shit from ground up, blueprints and a lot of planning. We built this shit from ground up, blueprints and a lot of planning.
Did you produce it, Jah'Lil?
As far as produce the beat, no, we just like I said, bro already had the song done. I just put my verse on it. I just went to the studio, got my little, make my dude who produced, you know what I'm saying? So technically this is all Poppi Blood on his end. I just put my verses on him. The only song I really, came up with was My Ambitions, because My Ambitions was I'm starting a 20-piece album come like sometime next year. That was
Okay.
going to be one of my solos, but like I said, the EP was so far behind. It was supposed to be done a minute ago, but it was so far behind. I feel like I owe bro, so I said, bro, let me go ahead and give you one of my songs for the EP. You know what I'm saying? So bro was
Right.
like, nah, bro, go ahead. Whatever you think is best, go for it. So I said, bet, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the EP, spice it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I already had it done in my head. I just had to go record the motherfucker real quick.
Uh, Poppy, that's such a blessing that you would have somebody that can work for you on the outside. This is amazing. Like for me, it's record breaking. I think that it's just it's unique. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sound is unique. I'm gonna promote it as much as I can. We're gonna talk about that after this show. But I feel like I'm in a unique position as well because I'm I'm in Pennsylvania. Go figure, Jah'Lil. I'm from Arizona. You know what I'm saying? And if I can have
Right?
my
You in
hands
the
on this
Poconos
project,
where I was like a kid. That's crazy.
you know what I'm saying? I just say it, like-minded people, you know what I'm saying? It's energy. It's all energy. Music, at the end of the day, music heals. I
Hmm.
can honestly say that Arizona underground hip hop changed my life. Arizona underground hip hop changed saved my life. Um and like for you, Poppy, being in there and you feeling the isolation, you know, and the walls closing in on you, that's tough. But at least you still have your music, you know? And you have
Yeah.
somebody out here that is helping you, like Jah'Lil, who's connected and who's a little bit different, not the same as what you find in Arizona. You know, East Coast people are pretty fucking dope. Like I love the East Coast. There's a reason why I'm on the East Coast. You know, they're talented, musically inclined. We're right by Memphis. Like
Hmm.
we're right by New York. So yeah, I'm really thankful that you guys are here doing this. Um, Poppy, how do you feel about your new EP? How do you feel it came out? And what are you trying to do in the future?
I feel it came out great, like considering the shit that we was going through too, because like I said, Jalil, like shit, he done been through phone after phone with me, man. Like and he been consistent. That's why I call him my brother, you know?
Right.
Like like I say, I've cut off quite a few cats, man. Like if you don't gel with Jalil right, man, like I just that's bro for sure, cause this has been the most consistent person musically with me. Like I've taken a lot of L's, man, and I've never taken an L going with Jalil 100.
That's what's up.
So he got that loyalty there, you know. He has that. Like he can tap in with my family and be straight.
Right. That's what's up. So
So
what's next? What's next? Prison Contraband. Where is it
we
at? Do you have it on Spotify? Is it on YouTube? Where can everybody find it at?
you can find it on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, major
All
platforms. You can
platforms.
yeah, all major platforms. You can
All
stream
major
it.
platforms. And it just came out this week, right?
Yeah, it
Mhm.
came out this week. Jah'Lil and Poppi Blood, Prison
Okay.
Contraband.
I'll go ahead and make sure that I start sharing some of these links. What do you have coming up? Are you going to do the Arizona Hip Hop Festival this year, Jah'Lil?
I'm gonna be honest with you. That was brought to my attention from one of my mentors in the music game. I don't know, cause it's holiday season, and when it's holiday season, it's my birthday, Christmas right around the corner. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's a lot. I manage and I deal with. I don't really. I wouldn't say deal with like nothing bad, but like I hold down a lot. So for me to like want to get into another artist mode to push out some tickets and want to go out to another local event. Like I've done the hip hop festival before. I've got some exposure for it before. I know how it feel, but I
yeah,
really feel as though at the level and at the level I'm at and the local audience that I have right now, it's time for me. It's time to move. it's time to move around. Like it's time to like do shows like big corporate shows like a Rolling Loud. Put like a bigger bag behind me. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Stop wasting time in the city because I already know. I'm pretty much everybody knows me. I can't
Right.
even go to the mall without saying, "Hey, Jah'Lil," you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I can't even really go to the movies or anywhere. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows who I am. I rap now. You know what I mean? So I feel as though I watch a lot of rap interviews, and so everybody always says when you get to that point locally, it's time to move around.
Right.
And I really
Right.
feel like it's next year is that time. But uh, when we talk about the hip hop festival, I'm still thinking about it because that's like another month from now. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm just not too sure if I'm going to get on it though. Because like I said,
Okay.
this holiday season, I'm more focused on my kids' Christmas and
Copy that.
doing what I
Yeah.
got to do for my house and maintaining structure around here. Because when I get
Ooh,
into an artist mode, I'm gonna keep it real. When I get into an artist mode, it's like I take away a lot of time away from my family
right.
and towards isolating myself into music and just being by myself. And me
Right.
spending time with my wife and my kids be so slim because I'm more focused on the artist push of me. You know what I'm saying?
Got
I'm
you.
always
Right.
on Instagram, networking. So it's like, damn, like, I mean? It take a toll, but it's like, it's a job. But around this time, but it's like, nah, this is holiday season for me. It's like, I'm cool.
Did you get a report on how many streams you got so far this year?
Uh, for the new mixtape.
No, not for the new one. Just all year in total.
I haven't got that this year just yet, but the year
Okay.
last year, um, I did like I don't remember. I think I did like 36,000 streams. But the
Okay.
year before that, I was pushing out. Me and bro was pushing out a lot of playlisting the year before that because we had a certain connect that was able to put our numbers up and boot and put us in certain playlists where our numbers was going up. So like year 2019, I was damn near at a quarter million streams, easy.
Wow. Okay. Dope.
Easy, you know what I mean?
That's what's
Between
up.
both tapes.
And Poppy, what are
But
you
right
gonna work?
now,
Are you working on anything else, or are you just gonna work on the promotion for Prison Contraband?
Uh, I'm still gonna work on the promotion for Prison Contraband with Jah'Lil because, like I say, it's pretty much like, man, I'm G Fab, he one man army, like it's a connection, like it's bro, like I said, you know.
Yeah.
So, pretty much any of my endeavors musically, I'm always gonna go to bro because this is the one that has been giving me the game. Like he younger than me, he called me big bro sometimes. I'll be like, shit, nigga, in this aspect of the shit, my nigga, I'm the little homie. You feel me? So
Right.
just like I'm here to soak game and to learn the ropes. So anything I got coming, like I already told bro, like bro, you already know, bro, where I'm at. If my bag is right at that time, bro, shit, nigga, yours is too. So I got a album coming up. Actually, I've been pondering on for a couple years, and it's called The Gladiator's Tale.
Okay.
hmm
It's just like I
hmm
say, I was talking about that win or die concept that I came into prison with, and I just applied that to all aspects of my life, which is why I come up with the concept of one man army.
Dope. So
So
listen to this. We have a couple comments. Swisher, your mom said for before, your mom was like beautiful, full humility when Jalil was talking. A artist that I know, he's from Illinois, but he's in Tucson. His name's Swisher. He
yeah,
said, um, he said, this is dope for you to hold your head. And CG is one of my creative partners. When I was in Tucson, I worked at 2 recording studios. And when one went under, then I started working with CG. And I already did a podcast with him, but I worked for
yeah.
his studio. And he asked, how does how does recording process work while being incarcerated?
Okay, so
one question
there's this
everybody asks
app
me.
I had discovered just messing around, and it's an actual mixing board. Like I can mix and master, I can make beats, anything. Like I can do it if I want to, but like I say, I don't really mess around with this technology outside to work. So this app, I get my vocals on there. I get the beat, import the beat, just like a studio. I import the beat. I do that. I set up the table, which is that's the lab right there. I just set the phone on the desk, and
Right.
I tell everybody shut the fuck up for 30, 40 seconds, real quick. So I record it, then I have the option to actually mix the song on the phone or to bust down all my vocals, get a sound reference copy, and then send it to an engineer or to Jah'Lil, whoever I happen to be working with at that time, and
Okay.
send a few dollars for funds for studio time or whatever that behind that. But that's how that process goes. I bust it down individually. I got everything lined up in my emails, all my whole catalog.
CG got that shit done. It's done. That's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
exactly.
Swisher, who do you mean? He said, what do you charge? I need a production for a whole project.
That's what I'm
I don't know,
talking about.
Swisher.
Yeah.
For who are you talking to? To Poppi or Jah'Lil? Um, I'm just amazed. I'm super thankful that we're able to be here together, just talking about music. Um, I look forward to working with you guys in the
Yeah,
future.
of course.
What before we wrap it up, I'm gonna play another song. Like let's do 10 more minutes because it's 11. We've been on here a whole hour. Um, what did you guys find? Like you said, now you guys are like bros. What was one thing that you were thankful for, like for meeting each other? Like, so I want to hear something sentimental, not being a simp, but like you guys was thankful for each other, just the relationship, the concept of working with each other.
Well, it's like
Something.
I had to I had actually something told me. I was like, man, call Jah'Lil, man, call Jah'Lil today. Something told me call Jah'Lil today. This was a minute ago. And I just hit him and I opened up to him and I told him, I was like, bro, this is who I am. This is my mission. Uh this is what I bring to the table. Basically, like, man, I fuck with you. I respect your grind. I respect the fact that you take care of your family, wife and kids. Like I admire that. This is something that I don't have, but this is something that I get to see grow still.
Right.
So like I say, it's not like we're like brothers. It's like this is bro for sure. Like I got him 100%. Like and the bros, the ones that still loyal to me, got him too.
That's dope. That's dope. CG asked, are you guys allowed to have a microphone? I don't think so, CG.
Hell no, we're not allowed to have cell phones, my nigga.
Hell no, no, no. Hell no. I knew that answer. Um, um, what other song did you guys send me? I want to play one more song. I'm so
uh,
happy. Thankful.
I think I sent 2 files last night. I sent Grind Hard. Yeah, I sent Grind. I think I
Mm-hmm.
sent Grind Hard too.
I have Grind Hard and I have Amazing.
I would say Grind Hard because that's me and Jah'Lil right there.
That's you and Jah'Lil here.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to play Grind Hard right now.
Wait, can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
All right, so when bro came to me, you know what I'm saying, it was more like,
Oh, I
because
forgot, Jah'Lil. I'll be smoking these little pins. So
I know I'm a little zooted to my damn self. It's good. Nah, but nigga like me, I've been dealing with, I've been talking to people behind the walls my whole life. So when it came down to talking to bro, it was natural. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad, he's doing life. He's doing 30 plus, and he's supposed to be coming home sometime soon. You know what I mean? We talk on the phone a lot. So, and I tell him about bro all the time too, and he be like, yeah, like you definitely like keep work with him because he definitely somebody who put me on game. Like bro, he don't ask me for nothing. Only thing, bro, if he's ever asked me ever in a conversation is to stay free. And that's the only thing he's ever
Oh,
asked me
wow.
to do. besides this music, besides keep pushing. The only thing he says is like just stay free, because I ain't gonna lie, dog. It's easy to go. It's easy to get locked up, but it's gonna be hard to get out. You know what I mean? So he put me
I'm
on a lot
such
of game,
I'm
a
such a
lot of
dope
it.
think.
Well,
I'm such a
yeah,
dope. Like I try to think inside of that comment. So if Poppy's mentoring to you by being like a big brother to you and telling you just stay free, that's dope.
It's
That's super
major.
dope.
It's
That's
major.
major.
I feel it. And as soon as he said it, I felt that to the core. Like damn, like I feel that 100, like a million%. I feel that. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. It was fake. So I was like, man, like bro, like
Yeah.
he dead serious. And like I said before, I had a conversation like 2 years ago. I was like, bro, like I really feel like every time you call me, I really feel like I'm sitting right next to you in that cell, and we talking. We just talking, chopping it up. I'm sitting right next to you. He like, bro, like this is how it is. Like this is how we talking. You right here, right
Yeah.
next to me. You know what I mean? That's how it is. And I don't even look at it like bro got 61 years up. Like nah, bro can do 25 and come home. You know what I'm saying? Bro can do 25 and come home. Whatever go on in this world, laws change all the time. I'm like, nah, whatever,
Yeah.
bro. I'm like, cause my dad, he got 30 plus, and they let him, they letting him go. He's supposed to be doing more, but they letting him go. So I'm like, nah, bro he can get a chance. Whatever he gotta do, work, carpenter, whatever he gotta do to show that he can still be society up in here. You know what I mean? Do 25 and go see the white folks for like 5 minutes and show them like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like I did my time already. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
you know?
You know,
for sure.
it to me it seems so unfair. You know what I'm saying? It does seem. I don't know. I like I said, I align with him. I don't say it's ever right. Oh, what you did was right, but I say you're a victim of your. You are where you came from a lot of times, especially us from being from Tucson. Like we all have a story, and I don't know. It's to me, it's just
He,
amazing that he can even still create, still have art, and then for him to be mentoring you and talking, making sure that you have exactly what you need is breathtaking. So that's dope that you guys do that with each other. Your mom said she has tears with that, just Poppy.
Mom Dukes.
yeah,
Yeah, salute Mom Dukes. I see you in the background. Yeah,
I appreciate that, Jalil. I almost passed by it. You know what I'm saying? I almost passed by it.
for sure. Nothing that I'm saying is fake. I can't fabricate anything that I'm saying. I can't even think more than like 5 seconds of what I'm gonna say, because when it comes down to bro,
Right.
out of anybody out here in the streets, bro, he contributed a lot more than anybody I even know. Besides coming to the shows, and that's
Right.
that's that's obviously limited. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down, I never asked for anything. He came to me, and I use that as a blessing, like as a big opportunity to grow. Like yo, like he coming to me, so I might as well grow with bro. I'm not asking for like, yo, bro, throw me this. Nah, I never asked him for anything. He understand the business, so did I. So it's like, okay, like I said, we did the business at first, but the business turned into a relationship. And in between the relationship, we just talk so much about what goes on in the streets and what goes on in there and what we do, you know what I mean, to stay alive.
Right.
And I show bro the outside sometime, like, look, bro, this is my house, this is my kids. And bro
Yeah.
be opening up his eyes like, damn, like, you know what I mean? It puts in my head like, yeah, like I'm glad I get to show somebody
Yeah.
like that this life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. That might. He'll never have that, and that's the unfortunate truth of it all. You gonna make me cry. I haven't cried yet. Let's go. Let's play. And I'm a crier. I've
Come
always
on.
been a crier, super sensitive Sally, but I didn't cry today, and that was so dope. Like I don't know how to express the. I don't know how to express it. I don't know how to
Hmm.
express how I feel doing this interview. Y'all might think I'm weird. It was just like breathtaking to me that I could that I would have the opportunity. I was in this motherfucker talking about, I'm Oprah, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what, like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? To be able to sit here and just have a conversation with two black men from different circumstances. You know what the world looks like around us? You see what Kanye, like, we see all of this around us. So for me to capture two black men together, grinding together it's something that I feel that I'm thankful that I can share as well. It's so fucking
we
dope what y'all
appreciate
are doing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna play Grind Hard real quick, okay?
that.
Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. Here it goes.
Yeah. And let me holler these niggas real quick. Show you how I do it. Yeah. Homie in the cell, we still be keeping the contact of 98 plus 2. I shouldn't have to remind that. Japan tuna got me switching through the gears, nigga. I'm dogging my opponent. You can people in the red, nigga. Anybody walk above me, you can feel the greatness. Rap niggas tapping in from California down to Vegas. If you wanna sign me, pay like LeBron and sign to the Lakers. Do this for my kids, stuff millions up in their savings. Grinding, been the motor, rap game, living in and find the top 10. Tell me who do you recommend? Pay for the feature, partial payment, go to the cameraman. Niggas be hating cause of how I look in the color red. I can show you how you go from rookie straight to a veteran. Devil's letters, I be really abusing this medicine. Goofy niggas rapping the Bible, just no can pass it. Come again, man, Poppi Blood, we on the road to win. Hey.
I love it. I love it. Poppi, that's a hit to me. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a shaker.
Show that joint bump. I ain't gonna lie, that joint bump.
That is a
That
shaker.
dude shake. That dude shake some for real.
That's definitely a
Hey,
shaker.
Blood, that nigga Oka County Y is ill, nigga.
Who picks your beats, Poppi? You pick them or do you make them?
No, Hoka Conti Y, it's my partner, man. I actually ended up tapping in with this dude. He's from England, from London. And I hit him up on Instagram like, hey man, what's up, man? I'm trying to fuck with you, man. I was like, shit. At this time I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel. So I'm like, hey bro, even if it's $20 leases, I don't really give a fuck, bro. I'm trying to spend with you, bro. Like that's how I always come. I don't never want
Right.
no favoritism or nothing. If you gonna throw me a feature and hit me up, my nigga, keep your word. That's what I say. I will say that to every artist who do want to work with me. If you hit me up and say that you want to work with me and that I'm hard and I send you something, just please complete the shit, my nigga, because I put a lot of risk into sending every email, every file to you when I could be sending it to someone else who wants to do the shit.
Right.
I'm an
Exactly.
artist. I'm not a fucking rapper. I'm an artist for sure. And I'm sensitive about my music.
And you
You
sensitive
can
about
hear
your
it
shit.
too. You can hear
Yeah.
it too.
Erica Badu said that.
Yeah, I had to put that as we keeping in the band over here, you know.
Well, y'all, I know I said 10 more minutes. It's been 14 more minutes. When you just start
It's
talking
all
and
good.
when
We
things
just
are
started.
genuine and they're natural, this is why I call myself chatting it up, because we're just chatting it up. I change the subject a lot. Like, I just want to get a whole bunch of shit in just a little bit of time. So I know your mom's been here. I just want to shout her out. Tell her
Oh
thank
yeah.
you. I don't really
Love
know
you,
her name
mama.
is Sadalia. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank
Yep.
her for being here. We're gonna share this all over. Is there any final words, Poppy, that you want to get out there? Anything that you're working on before we go?
Uh
And then you, Jah'Lil, too. Both of y'all go. Let Jah'Lil go first, and we'll close with Poppy.
yeah.
As far as what I got going on, music wise, probably gonna drop another EP, maybe like first quarter next year with a homie out there in LA, California. We got a couple songs already. His name RG. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if y'all ever paid attention to a couple songs we already got, but we got like 4 songs in the background that ain't never dropped. You know what I mean? But they hard. Other than that, I'm just more focused on building on what I got right now. I'm not really focused on too much about music. I'm just focused on what I got and just building on it. You know what I mean? But just tapping in more to a bigger, a bigger audience at this
Okay.
point. Because I feel like
Outside of your borders, because you're already from Philly, so your audience is already versatile. And another thing that
hmm
I was thinking is, you don't have to do all those fucking shows if you work a year or two on your social media presence. You know what I'm saying? Because
exactly.
social media is where it's at. You could make a little slapper and put that shit up on TikTok, and it blows the fuck up, and then everything else that comes behind it goes too. So it's just like
Yep.
playing the
And
lottery,
TikTok
the
is
music
definitely the
game with
wave.
social media, huh?
hmm And that's something I'm definitely working on now is TikTok because I had my little label consultations earlier this year, and that's one thing I was told was TikTok is definitely going to be the wave, and it definitely is. It's hard. It's definitely hard because I'm not the kind of person who want to just post 3 to 5 times a day on TikTok. I'm gonna just keep it real. I've told him that, but that's just something that just has to be done. You know what I mean? In order for
Yeah,
this to work now, no, because like they said, the rap game is changing very fast. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Very fast. It's changing.
Well, Jaleel, I really thank you. I hope that I get the opportunity to interview you when you have your next album release. That would be dope if we could meet up again.
Most definitely. Most
Um,
definitely.
I'm glad that we finally got in contact and stuff. And I don't know, Poppy, you have anything you want to say to Jaleel?
No.
Shit.
Did he
I
go?
just want to say, bro, what I always say at the end of every conversation, man, stay free, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
everything basic. You my brother. I love you, my nigga, for sure. That's solid. That's
You already
bulletproof.
know, bro. You already know, bro. I love you too. You know what I mean? We didn't put in so much work. You know what I mean? Can't nobody tell us different what's going on. You know what I mean? Don't need to know what's going on. They can hear it.
Yeah, for sure. Send shockwaves, bro. That's all I
Mm-hmm.
bro. Send shockwaves. I support you. Me and Jalil had a conversation before. To be honest, it was about 2, 3 months ago. Like I honestly only rap because bro, bro still pushing
Right.
100. Like so, as long as he's pushing, I'm pushing. When bro in the times bro ain't pushing, guess what? Pop ain't finna be pushing. Why? Because that's my brother, and that's the one I'm comfortable working with at this point. That's a OMA. That's GFAB. You know.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we living that ghetto fabulous life. You know what I mean? Oh God. And this one man army to the death. So it's like, man, like I appreciate somebody like him who came in my life easy.
Right.
And it's coming together. You know what I mean? It's coming together with the way we doing it.
It definitely is. You guys have a lot of outside support. I didn't get to see your like your little following yet. Or this, I haven't been able to see what you had because we just became friends today. But I'm definitely gonna research you more. I really like your vibe, Jalil.
For sure.
I'm gonna definitely follow you from now on and see where you go. I saw you had a video with Boss C, the girl. What she's from? The lady. She's from New York, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's girly right there. Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna have to go check it out when I get off of here.
for sure.
So,
And Jah'Lil, what's your YouTube?
My YouTube is under my name, Jah'Lil, Jah, comma capital Lil. But when you type my name in, I'm kind of fighting with some other Jah'Lil rappers that came out the blue as soon as I started rapping. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you type my name in, you might find some African dude with dreads, but as soon as you type my name in, you gotta type in one of my songs. And when you see that pop up, just click that joint, and you'll see my channel. It's booming with like 700 subscribers right now.
All right. All right. I'm gonna take you out of the conversation and just hold on one moment, Poppy. Okay.
all right.
Thanks, Jah'Lil. Okay. So
Yeah.
I gotta find the right words. I didn't really know, who you were before I met you. We've talked, we've spoke, we've had limited interactions, but I knew you did music.
Sure.
I'm very passionate about where I'm from, Tucson, Arizona. My mom, my dad, and my grandma had a house in Pueblo Gardens. We owned the whole block right there on Alameda, the corner. We had 2 houses there.
Sure.
I lived with my mom, so I would only go there and visit whenever I was trying to get in trouble. But
Yeah, man.
that's the hood too. Like, my baby daddy's from there. I told you who my baby dad was the other day, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's another family from over there
that's
where,
it. Oh, trust me, yeah, our family is generational for sure.
and it's just the way it is. Like, we can't change it. And my kids, I took them away from it, and they still end up doing whatever the hell they want. It's all choices that we make in life that takes us where we are at.
Exactly.
I appreciate your time. I
Of course.
appreciate your art. I appreciate your story, Poppy, because it's not every day you get to meet a young Black man doing the rest of his life in prison. And I know that God put me in your path for a reason,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah,
So
I
just
do.
on the strength of where you're from, and no matter what you've done, like, I'm not the judge of nobody. Only God can judge us. I've done a few
Exactly.
things. I've done a few things that I'm not proud of either. And if I believe the Bible and I read the Bible, I know that all sins are the same.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're my brother.
Exactly.
And I'm thankful that you did this with me. I'm thankful that we can get the story out. I'm gonna make a bunch of reels. I'm gonna promote your music.
So, hey, I don't, it is lockdown time. You got any, cause they finna, come and
Well,
open doors and shit. So it's
well,
time to
go get
get on
locked
that.
down. What you waiting on? Hang
Oh,
up.
no, no,
Hang
no.
up.
I'm in
Hurry
my
up.
cell. I'm in my cell. What I'm saying is they're gonna come and open my door in a minute. Cause we got counting all types of shit right now.
Well, get off.
All right. Shit. Do you have any last questions?
No. We'll go live
No?
again.
Okay, bet.
Thank you. Be safe.
You too. Stay blessed.
You too. Y'all, I don't drink no more. I think I need a drink. No, I ain't gonna have no drink. You guys, It's a testimony. It's crazy what these kids have had to go through. It's crazy, you know, looking at the news, watching these black men kill each other. It's crazy with Kanye West and Kyrie Irving. Like, the world is crazy. And I love black men. They're my brothers. No matter what their walk of life, those are young men that just made a bunch of poor choices. But they're hella creative. And they created a bond. So dope. Vincent Prosper, thank you so much. I don't even do the comments a lot. Thank you, Miss Adalia. Thank you, Vincent. I'm gonna shine the light where the light needs to be shined. And he's an amazing kid. I appreciate you guys supporting us, and share my link if you want to get this out there, get more people seeing it. Share my link. Again, it's MissNoRearView. Never looking back, always moving forward. You guys have a blessed weekend.